Welcome to Bible Reader Companion. This week we're going to be looking at the book of Hebrews. We're going to be looking at chapters 1 and 2. Encourage you to read these chapters each day. We're going to start today in chapter 1, verses 1 through 4. And this is a really important section because it really sets the tone and displays the message for the rest of the book of Hebrews. He just starts right out of the gate and says, hey, here's what I'm going to talk to you about, and here's what I'm going to tell you. He says, beginning in chapter 1 and verse 1, reading from the New King James Version, God, who at various times and in various ways spoke in time past to the fathers by the prophets, has in these last days spoken to us by his Son, whom he has appointed heir of all things, through whom also he made the worlds, who, being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person, and upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down at the right hand of the Majesty on high, having become so much better than the angels, as he has by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. Here is the message of the book of Hebrews in a nutshell. He sets it out right from the beginning. He says, look, God did some things in the past, but now he's working through Christ. And here's what you need to understand about that. Christ is better. He ends this section by saying, having become so much better than the angels, as he has by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. If you read the book of Hebrews, you're going to find a people who were struggling with their faith. They were about to give up. He will talk about their hands hanging down, suggesting weariness. He will suggest the lack of faith that they have and give them things to encourage their faith. But what is it that is at the core of what he's trying to get them to understand? Everything in the book of Hebrews is about what he starts with here, and that is Christ is better. Christ is the way through which we get to God. Everything else in the past has been replaced, and everything else in the world that people may come up with cannot match up, because Christ is the one and the only and the best way that we get to God. It's the only way. And so if we face struggles of faith, if we face discouragement, the book of Hebrews is a great book to read, because it's a book designed to help people understand just how much better Christ is and why we need to keep our focus on him. Stay with us as we study this book, not only this week, but in the coming weeks. Thank you, and we hope you'll join us again tomorrow.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for more content like this.